I wanted to do a monthly review of journals that has now turned into this one 6-month review. So, did I find planner peace now that I'm 6 months in? Hey there, it's Grace. Welcome back. Welcome. If you are new, thank you for being here for another Grace video. So I had a plan. It was a good plan too. It was really a good plan. But sometimes one of two things or both things happen with me. Number one, I can't, or should I replace that with I don't? Yeah, I don't. I don't keep up, and then inevitably I fall behind. And the second thing after that happens is I become totally and completely disinterested. AKA, I just get bored. I just do. I just get bored. Did I ever tell you about this quirk about me that I cannot rewatch a movie or read a book a second time? That's because I know exactly what's going to happen. I anticipate what's coming up, and that sours the whole enjoyment factor for me. Gone. I cannot do it. So I now know I cannot watch a movie except for the sound of music. I could watch that many a times. TMI. Let's get back to it. Okay, so that explains number two, the disinterested part. But that first one, it's really kind of self-explanatory, right? 30 Inks was kind of like that. Oof. Oh. Anyway, of all the notebooks I talked about using this year at the beginning of January, which of them am I still happily using? Which ones did I keep up with? And which ones did I drop by the wayside, kicked out the door, to the curb, gone? All of that is coming up in 2 shakes. Well, you gotta shake. Let me see you do some shimmy shake. Come on, yeah. And then I'll go to the overhead. I'm waiting. Okay, go ahead. Did you do the shake? Shaky? Just asking. Anywho, at the start of 2025, these are the notebooks that was in my lineup. All of these. And as the question said, did I find planner peace? Well, let's take a look. So, I have my Midori A5. That's my swatch book. Love this. I just gave you a hint. Love this. Anyway, Midori A5 swatch notebook. And then I have this one is my Sterling Ink undated common planner N1TN. No, wrong. Yeah, that's right, N1TN, traveler's notebook size. Yes, this is nice and chunky. So there is that one. And then I have my Leuchtturm. I finally put it in a cover. That's just like, this is my pen and ink commonplace planner. Love this leather cover. And then the other one is my series notebook. This is the one I do like 30 inks in type thing, series notebook. And then my Midori, this is the weeks that I got. I'll tell you about this later. And then my B6. B6? This is my B6. Oh my goodness, what is this? Sterling Ink undated planner. Common planner. It says it right there. Look, it says it right there. There you go. So these are what I started with. Let's just start with what I'm not using, because all the others, this is the only one that I'm not using. Well, I should say, using in the way that I thought I would. It's just, as a planner, it is just too small for me. It's just too small. I explained that in the January video, why I'm not going to use this. Even though I found a new purpose for the book, tracking my daily food intake. You can see how far that got. Yeah. That didn't get very far. I still want to use it, so that's why it's just sticking around. Maybe I'll use it for the rest of the year. Who knows? Other than that, I'm just not sure what I want to do with it. I'm not sure. It might be a good notebook for my meetings. and forget the dates. Anyway, there is that. That's the only one I'm not using. What am I still using? Let me tell ya. What am I still using? Oh, I am still using my A5, yes, A5 Midori notebook. This is the Cordoba cover for it. Look at that. I'm loving how it is. It's a paper cover and it's very sturdy, but I'm loving how, I mean, I got all sorts of stuff on it. It's a Swatch notebook. What do you want? I absolutely cannot wait to do, oh yeah, I just got more of that. I cannot wait to do a flip through at the end of the year, because, oh my goodness, that is just, oh my goodness. I am glad I went to this A5 size. This is what I had before in 2024. This is the B6 Slim, just a bit too narrow for my liking. So this really worked. I'm totally satisfied with what's happening. I would say this was a successful 6-month run, and it's gonna go throughout the year. So I'm very pleased about that one. The series Swatch notebook, if you remember, let me see if I can find it. I don't think I have it here. No, I don't have it. I started off with the Atoya Oasis notebook. I loved how it looked, but I couldn't scan pages. So this is the A6 Midori notebook. The problem when I did the swatches, all of these, is when I went to scan the lines on the Oasis notebook, I didn't like that. And I know that I want to scan some of these and use them somehow. I don't know how, but there is one series in here that is April 30 inks. Whee! April 30 inks is in there. What else can I say about this one? I'm still going to continue to use it. I still have, I think in the last one I used, I think I had maybe 2 or 3 pages left, and there was three series that I got in the notebook. So I'm thinking I might get a little bit more use out of it. But anyway, this is my series swatch notebook. So any series that I do that I need to swatch goes in here. Next one up is my Sterling Ink N1TN Common Planner. And I think this one is dated. Yes, this one has dates in it. This has the months, the weeks, and then note pages in the back. Stick yourself back in, thank you very much. I changed from the weeks into this one. The size of this was so much better. Look at, I mean, it is so small comparatively. So I changed from the weeks into this TN planner. But the last couple of months, the last 2 months, say end of May and then mostly all of June, I've kind of like struggled keeping up. I'm going to try something new in July, but I'm going to tell you about that later. I want to show you what I did with the pages. So these are the monthly pages. This is my favorite decorated spread. I love this. Love this. One of the things that I put in here are special days. So like a birthday or something coming up, an event or something. I did put stats in here as well. What else did I put in here? When we went on a trip, I put that in there, but I didn't use this a whole lot at all. So yeah, I probably will continue to decorate it because I'd like to see the decoration. I don't know why. I'd like to see the decoration. So I will probably continue to decorate it. Let's get to the weekly pages. The weekly pages, I went all over the place with the weekly pages. I swear. So here we have the weekly pages. And I divided the weekly pages. I started dividing the weekly pages a line down here. So in here was information. Over here was a brain dump, and over here was basically I took my information from my phone, my calendar, and I added it here so I knew what was happening each day. And then I kind of went all over the place. I added my WTN in here. This is a I don't know what I called it. This is something I came up with to help me. I hated using Google Calendar, so it's something I came up with. And I'm not a bullet journaler. I've tried it, and it's so funny because I'm not a bullet journaler, and I wanted something. This is what I used before, and it worked for me because Google Calendar had hours filled in, and I did not like that. I just did not like that. It holding me to an hour for a specific task. Invariably something comes up that I cannot hold to it. So I copied these off and I printed them in, and then that got to be too much. And then I started doing basically like bullet journaling. I drew the whole thing in. If you want to know how this is used, I will link the video that explains how this is used. I find it invaluable for me and what it's for. But I needed to make this as effortless as possible, and drawing them in did not make sense. I'm just not a bullet journal. I don't like to make a thing to use a thing. And that's what this started becoming. I did it for quite a bit. I really did a lot of it. And then I missed out. And then I went back to it. It was a lot. It was a lot. And for me to use a planner, it has to be as effortless as possible. For me to use a planner, it has to be as effortless as possible. This was working until it stopped working, and I'm like, and that's when we get to here. I started putting it in there. My God, I did so many things. I wrote in, but I didn't put it here, the dots here to delineate which day I would be doing stuff. And then I had the idea, what if I just took my top 3 and put it here? So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And that worked until it didn't. And then I thought, okay, you know what? Instead of having this, I'll just do this. And that was working quite well. Until it didn't. I swear, oh my God, this has been a trial. This has been a trial. This is my first time back in a planner of this size. I'm usually just in a notebook. And so I think that was part of the issue. Let me go to the tracking, because the tracking, I am a data nerd, and I love having the information. I love tracking. So let's go to tracking. So I started tracking in January, and I had nothing here. I didn't do anything here, but I printed off the sheet and I was tracking all the things because I loved how that looked. And then in February, I did much, much better. I was tracking all the things. Then I had household stuff that I wanted to get done, track the thumb. This is my sleep. And then March, yeah. And then April does not exist. April just does not exist. I fell off the track for April and May, I might have you know. I jumped from March to June, and I have to fill this in. I need to definitely fill that back in. And I started just tracking 3 things. Just 3 things instead of all of this, which I didn't need to track all of it. I needed to track my exercise. I want to track my creativity, the days that I am doing something other than working. And I wanted to track the posts because I'm trying to post more in YouTube community and Ko-fi. So, and if you haven't joined Ko-fi yet, go over there. There's a link, always a link there. Go over there, and that's where we get together and do stuff. Anyway, I wanted to track that, and I've been doing very well, actually, as you can see. I just have to finish the last few days, and that's about a week's worth. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I want to be really good. I want to be much better at tracking, and it's the thing is when I get into my room in the evening, I'm just kind of like, my head is not thinking about tracking. So I'm thinking track in the afternoon instead of the evening, because I just don't do it then. I'm still using the back pages. Let's go to the back pages. I started using the back pages, just putting ephemera from what I got in the mail. I love this. And notes that I get from people and stuff that came in. These are 2 new washi tapes that I got. This is a gift that a friend gave me. It was a scarf made up like that. And so I love what's happening here. I will continue to do this stuff. What did I have back here that I wanted to show you? I don't even remember where it is now. I don't even know what I'm trying to find. Yeah. Anyway, I love what's happening. All of this now has to be stuck in. And I usually put a note in about what's happening, what the piece that I stuck in. And so it's just a reminder of what I've been doing. And I enjoy, I think of all the places in the T1, this N1TN, I've enjoyed most putting this stuff in, which is so weird. I love seeing how others track and the systems they use. I absolutely love it. But I know that when I sit down at my desk, I open this to the page it's supposed to be on. I know that if something is not in front of me, I won't see it, therefore I won't use it. That's the thing I know about myself. That's why analog writing, all my to-dos worked instead of a digital tracker on my phone, because I have to open my phone, go to the app, open the app. That didn't work. But having it sit in front of me absolutely worked. So all the tasks that I have during the day, all the YouTube admin that I have to get going, I want to see where I want to see it. I actually want to see it, which leads me to what I've decided. I've been looking at this. I've been seeing people do this next thing I'm going to show you forever. Okay, next one this is what I want to tell you about. This is what I'm going to be doing. Have you ever heard of something called One Book July? I have been watching people do this for years. I'm fascinated that they take 7 notebooks and they compile it into one notebook that they use for the month. I'm amazed that they do it. And that's what I'm going to try. I love the concept, but, and I'm in a space where the 2 of these are not working together. So this is a great time to try. I'm not scrapping my TN, my monthly plan. I'm not scrapping it at all. I'm just doing this for July to see how it works. So pen and ink commonplace book. I'm just going to use this. And I think having this just the one spot will help me. What I'm hoping is to help me cement the tracking habit, so that when I transfer back to the TN, the tracking habit will still be muscle memory. Let's just put it that way. So I love using this. This is my journal. I'm still using it. I love this thing. Oh my goodness. I'm still doing the inks for the month. I swatched them in here so we can see what I have. But there's June. So I'm still doing that. I don't know. Things are going to be changing a little bit. I'm still loving my journaling each day. I don't journal every day, but I journal the majority of the day. The one thing that I kind of slacked off, I forgot to tell you about that. The one thing I kind of slacked off is this was supposed to be my pictures, my week in pictures. I love the concept, but it just became too much of a chore to choose pictures, print them, and then I decided I wanted to print them with stickers, and that's the last of it. January, I didn't get further than January. So all of January is here, and then February, March, April, May. June, nothing, absolutely nothing. I'd love to fill this in. I might just have the pictures I may take some time to go back and fill this in. That'll be a good chore to do. So I still do like using this one. So there is that. Of course, this is just going to be, this is my series notebook. 30 inks, 30 days in April was the start of it. I'm thinking, I know I wasn't going to do anything in June. September, I have a trip coming up, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing something. Maybe I'll do something, maybe a shortened version of in September or October. I'll see. But this is definitely working. Planner piece with the series notebook is working. Love this. Oh my God, love this. This is such a fantastic. There's so much. Oh, I still have to write in I think I write in the table of contents when I'm finished, because then I'll be able to see. Anyway, this is my swatch notebook. Absolutely will be continuing. And then you've heard all about this one. This is my N1TN. And I'm going to go back to it after July, but we'll see if I've cemented the habit. I'm still using my folders. These are my PIP sheets folders. As a matter of fact, I have an ink report to get done, so I have to get all the papers out and write all the stuff about the ink, so I have it for later. I'm still using these. I'm up to 2, y'all. I'm up to 2. That's how many, come on, grammar girl. That's how many pens I have. And I need to cull my pen collection. I need to do that. But yeah, planner piece. I'm thinking with this one book July, I'm thinking this might help me just calm down, just even out the field, even things out, so I can go back to using all of them. And I'm not necessarily going to, what am I going to do? Who knows? I might just stay in here. Who knows? But anyway, I am thoroughly enjoying this notebook, thoroughly enjoying this notebook. Heck yeah, I'm enjoying this notebook. This one, and this is the only one that's kind of giving me grief right now, but that's okay. I have plans. So there, planner piece includes these 4. These 4 are what makes me happy, what I love doing, and I cannot wait to start doing this. This is going to be so cool. Anyway, what are you using? Have you found planner piece? Are you still using the same journals and notebooks that you started the year with? Have they changed? If they change, why did they change? I mean, you don't need to write your whole story, but let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, especially about this one book July stuff. Have you ever done it? I'm excited to get it started. I'm really excited. Alrighty. Is that all I need to say? I think so. Grace, out. What? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because we gotta do this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, what? Now I forgot what I want to say. Where are the notes? Where are the notes? There are the notes. Okay, got it. I got it. Whew. Camera ready? Let's do this. Take number 3. That was 2. Take number 3. This is take number 3. Now I'm talking to the camera as if the camera is... Well, the camera is you guys. Yeah, let's not even start that. Let's just go. Let's just record. Choke me up. Okay, here we go. Here we go.